Welcome back to the Vocalist. For those of you new here, my name is Bethany. I am a voice teacher, and I am so excited for today's video because normally I am reacting to singers for the first time or I'm hearing recommendations that you guys have given me. But today I am going to share with you one of my favorite singers. His name is Brian Stokes Mitchell, and if you've not heard of him, I would say the majority of his career has been on Broadway, but he did play Trevor in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if you ever saw that. And what was the other one? Oh, he also had a couple appearances on the show Frasier, so he's been around. I don't think I was even 10 years old when I first heard him. I had never heard something so beautiful. We are gonna hear him sing This Nearly Was Mine. It's a song from the musical South Pacific. And this performance was from about a decade ago, so let's do it. I'm skipping over some of the dialogue, but I'll link this video below if you want to hear a little bit more of him speaking in the first minute of this video.
When all you care about is here, this is a good place to be. When all you care about is taken away from you, there's no place. Came so close.
Okay, you can already, I hope you guys can tell, like, just how rich his voice is. It is so powerful and so, so good. I already have goosebumps, like, okay, here we go.
So close. One dream in my heart. One love to be living for. One love to be living for. This nearly was mine.
Oh, okay. So you've got that beautiful, rich sound. I love this close-up so you can see how easy this is for him. Like, what a beautiful place in his range this is, and just how relaxed, not only his jaw and his tongue and his face, like everything is just so, I don't know. It's just, not that he's like a statue, but it's just like so relaxed and so calming to watch and to hear. I'm gonna go back because I want you to hear that phrasing. Like, I'll explain as we listen.
My heart. So close. One dream in my heart.
He's really singing on those consonants. Like, that is just beautiful.
One love to be living for. One love to be living for.
And he's even like, he's accenting certain words. Like, it's not just one love to be living for. Like, it's not monotone. He's really adding dimension to these phrases.
One love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One girl for my dream. One partner in paradise. This promise of paradise. This nearly was mine.
It's been a really long time since I've seen South Pacific, but he is singing the part of Emile. And Emile is a French like farmer, planter. And so you'll notice that slight accent that he has. What I love that he's doing is obviously the American language. We say R's very they're kind of ugly. But he's just flipping the R's, paradise, well, a little bit wider to make it sound like more of a French accent, but that's also very helpful in singing this because it's so much more captivating, like without that sound sort of interrupting this beautiful legato line. Let me just play a little bit more.
This promise of paradise.
Like, oh, it's so good. Okay. If I say the word, this promise of paradise, like paradise, so many different vowels. Not here. He just keeps them all in one space, and that is so smart. Like, not only is he hanging on to that beautiful tone, you can still understand the words, but he's not working nearly as hard, not like, changing his jaw position or his tongue position. It's just all in that beautiful, like, ah space. It's a little wider. I keep saying ah, but it's like pa, ah.
One partner in paradise. This promise of paradise. This nearly was mine. Close to my heart she came. Only to fly away. Only to fly as day flies from moonlight.
Every conductor will take this at a different tempo. This is one of the slower versions I've heard, and so the amount of breath control this requires is it's a bit crazy, especially with the amount of volume he's producing, and like he's really singing in full voice and not just, letting the ends of phrases taper off. When he goes up, I think it was the word heart. I just have to hear it again. I just love this so much.
Close to my heart she came.
That is such a beautiful sound. Like he's got, I think I've always considered him a baritone, but maybe a little bit more on the bass baritone side just because of like the color and the richness of those low notes. But that heart, he's got just the slightest cover over that, and it's so beautiful. One more time.
Close to my heart she came, only to fly away, only to fly as day flies from moonlight.
Ah. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm probably so annoying right now. That phrase, I'm gonna pause throughout this phrase so you can hear every single nook and cranny.
Only to fly.
So fly, even though it's a very wide vowel, he's still got that little bit of cover so that it blends and matches with everything else he's singing, especially because this is just a little bit higher up in his register. I love how he really sang on that concept. Moonlight. Oh, that was beautiful. Listen to the end of this. Oh, is that not the most beautiful cutoff? It was stunning. I always say this with diphthongs. So light, you've got a lot of vowels in there. He kept that beautiful ah vowel, and then at the very end, ite. And you could hear every part of the word, but that like ending vowel cluster didn't ruin the beauty of the entire note. One more time. I want to go back. I gotta hear this again. Hold on, let me find that. Okay, before he starts this phrase, I'm not gonna interrupt it, but I love that he allows himself to still be in character. I mean, obviously you can see just like the intensity in his eyes and the way he's singing this piece. He's very much in character, but he's allowing, you know, he doesn't have to sing this beautiful melody the whole time. He's speaking those words as well. And so he's allowing those words to kind of influence how long he holds notes and, you know, how much he articulates or pronounces certain consonants. So it just adds just that extra little like dimension to every single word he's saying. And it really helps the listener just like hear the words. I mean, we've all been there. We have to like rewind certain songs over and over because we're not quite sure what they're saying. And in this case, every word is just crystal clear. That is like a signature sound he does, and I don't even know how to describe it. On the word I, I love it. The other thing I like about this particular song is that you do have these contrasting sections, and sometimes when you work with singers who just have these gorgeous, big, luscious voices, they tend to slow down like more upbeat sections, but he's taking it in stride. Obviously, he's a professional, but I really like the movement in this section and how his voice is complementing that. I'm going to try and point out that little, it's almost like a glissando or like a slide, but not. I'll point it out. So on evenings maybe one more time. It's almost like he's singing in full voice and then it becomes just a smidge more conversational because he's like starting a new sentence, like a new phrase without breathing. One more time. Spent with you. Phrase, sorry, that's not a sentence. I want to hear it one more time, I'm sorry. Were true, I keep remembering evenings I wish I spent with you. I keep remembering kisses from lips I never owned, and all the lovely adventures that we have never known. Do you hear that? I'm gonna go back. I talk about this all the time, but rounding the lips helps to lengthen the vocal tract. A lot of times singers get a little uncomfortable when they sing those pure vowels because it changes the color of your voice and it might not necessarily match everything that came before or everything that comes after, but it's such a beautiful sound. Let me play that again. So you can hear kind of a little bit added brightness in this phrase, and then as soon as he rounds those lips and really sings that pure O, it's just a completely different sound, and it's so beautiful. That we have never known. I'm sorry. Did you hear that diminuendo? Like, he just let off that note so gracefully. Oh, I didn't go back far enough.
One love to be living for. One love to be living for. This really was mine.
Oh, I needed a moment. That was just breathtaking. I want to hear that again. I'm sorry, guys. Most rewinds ever. I know we can't see his face up close until the very end of that, but just you can feel it. You can feel the emotion and the connection with the music. I know he's in character, but there's a difference between, acting for yourself and thinking you're emoting and then actually drawing people in with your characterization and how you're portraying a character.
One love to be living for. One love to be living for. This really was mine. One girl for my dream. One partner in paradise. This promise of paradise. This nearly was mine.
I'm not going to rewind, but his phrasing, I can't emphasize this enough. Like, y'all probably felt it, that moment when you think, oh, you should be breathing right here. He doesn't. Like, he just finds a way to connect these words and these phrases in such a glorious way. Ugh.
Close to my heart she came, only to fly away, only to fly as the day flies from I'm alone, still dreaming of paradise, still saying that paradise once nearly was
Oh. Like, you can't learn that. There are plenty of contemporary songs that also pull at my heartstrings and evoke a lot of emotion, but I think one of the reasons I've always been drawn to stage productions is you get to follow the characters, throughout however many acts, and you're with them during this entire story and like the development of their character. Honestly, I don't really enjoy the musical South Pacific itself and that's why I haven't watched it in a really long time. But this song, it's a gem. It's so beautiful. And what he does with it is it's just next level for me. Anywho, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I did. And hopefully I will see you next time.